The US dollar is lower versus all the major currency pairs. The catalyst is a report from the Wall Street Journal that President Trump would announce a replacement for current Fed Chair Jerome Powell as early as October or November, and that would lead to this battle between the current Fed, who is more hawkish, and the new Fed, potentially new Fed chair or the Fed nominee, who would be more dovish. The independence of the Fed would also be in question. That has the dollar moving sharply to the downside. The euro versus US dollar and the sterling versus US dollar trading at their are traded to the highest level since 2021. Dollar yen is also lower after rising and then falling and trading yesterday, but still up on the day. I'll go through the technicals that are driving those three currency pairs in this video, so let's get started. Let's start by taking a look at the hourly chart of the euro versus US dollar. And as you can see in trading yesterday, late yesterday in the US session, we did see the euro versus US dollar pick up steam after breaking above this swing area right through here. This swing area was home to different highs. We did have a failed break right here, and then utilized that old high right here as resistance, and the price moved lower into trading yesterday, but the market started to gain momentum, and we moved above that highs and above the high price right here, and started and closed higher on the day, and that momentum continued in trading here today. Off of those news reports, the price high moved up to 1.17444. If I go to the daily chart and take a look at that move to the upside took the price above this swing area through here as well, which had a peak of 1.16916. That area right here is now going to be support for the euro versus US dollar. The area comes between 1.1663 and 1.16916. Current price is trading at 1.1696, just above the 91.6 level. So be aware of this area right here for potential support. Again, it comes goes back to these levels right through here, where we had first support, fell below that level, then found resistance before moving to the downside. So 1.1663 to 1.1691 is now support for the euro versus US dollar. Stay above is more bullish. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen. This currency pair, as I mentioned, started to rebound trading yesterday. We got above both the 200 and 100 hour moving average. That's a green line. That's a blue line right here. But then came into this swing area right here, found willing sellers, pushed back below the 100 hour moving average, which also happened to be close to the 38.2% retracement of this move to the upside. So getting back below that level was more bearish, and we saw the increased momentum into the close that took the price below the 200 hour moving average. And trading here today, we saw the 200 hour moving average hold the resistance for the most part in the early Asian session before the comments from the Wall Street Journal and about that and the selling pressure in the US dollar started to take control. Since then, we've seen the price move below the 50% retracement, 61.8% retracement, also below these lows right through here, which formed a nice little bottom along with the 61% retracement, 144.36. Since then, we've rebounded back toward this level right here, which is now going to be a close barometer for both buyers and sellers in trading here today. Stay below 144.36, and the bias remains more to the downside. If we start to move back above that level and we start to get above things like this level right through here, then we should see some further short covering after the sharp move in trading here to the downside today, as disappointment on the failed break materializes in that currency pair. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. And like the euro versus US dollar, it had a very similar pattern in that we broke above this swing area right through here in trading last or 2 days ago, and then use that level as resistance here and here in the day before pushing down to another support level right through here. You can see this was a ceiling, and then most of the time it was a resistance. We broke above it, then used it as a support here in trading 2 days ago, and again in yesterday. That gave the buyers a go ahead, and by the time the market closed, the price was back above this level right here, making new highs for the year, new highs going back to 2021. In trading here today, we've just seen increased momentum to the upside, taking the price to 1.3764 before rotating back to the downside. But we're as long as we stay above this 136.47, I think the bias remains more to the upside for the pound versus US dollar. Taking a look at the weekly chart, where did that take us? Well, one of the concerns for the buyers is that the price high came right up to that 50% retracement of the move down from the high price going all the way back to 2014 to the low price that we saw in 2022. This was a target level I talked about in videos and posts yesterday. It roughly corresponded with this swing high right through here as well, which was a little bit short of that 68 level. So the high price today came right up to that 68 level, found willing sellers and pushed to the downside. So be aware of that. We're going to need to get above that 68 level to increase the bullish bias. That midpoint level, the apex of the seesaw, the whole thing comes at that level. So be aware, be prepared. If we're able to stay below that level, there is a battle going on between that 137.68 level and going back to the hourly chart, the support area from down here at 136.47 down to 136.33. You can see the high price trading came up to 137.64, just short of that 68 level. So that's my technical look at these three major currency pairs. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune to trading. Bye-bye now.